Hey guys, how are you doing today? Hey, got a great oldie here for you. This is going to challenge you a little bit, but it's a really fun song. Gives you a little bit of changes. You're going to have a little bit of a lick at the beginning, and then you're going to have a little bit of 12-bar blues. Let's get into the chords we need. Okay guys, the chords we're going to need are only going to be 3 chords. You're only going to need an E, you're going to need an A, and you're going to need a B7. And this is completely open, no capo. Let's break this up in sections. So let's talk about the intro lick, and then you're going to have your verse, which is almost a verse and a chorus all in one. And then you're going to have in the middle of that verse, you're going to have a one section that's going to be 12-bar blues. This is a song that you're going to have to get down a little bit of timing. You're going to have to do some upstrokes. And let's talk about this lick first. So on this lick, you're going to start here on 1 of 4, and you're going to take that and pluck it one time, and you're going to slide up to 2. And then you're going to pluck this a couple more times. It's going to go. Do not pluck this on the slide up. Just let it ring and slide up, and then you're going to go. Now, on your pick, you're going to have to do a little alternate picking. So on this one, if you look down here, what I'm doing while I do this lick. Get used to that alternate picking, almost like what you're strumming, but you're going to have to do it on one string. So you're going to do that a total of 4 times. Da 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 da. Let's slow it down, really slow. Now that we've got the intro lick down, it's important that we talk about those chords that are going to be changing here. Because of where you come in the timing of that intro lick, you're immediately going to be on an and. So you're going to come off a 1, and then you're going to hit and. On this, you're going to have to hit that E, and you're going to have to come up. So it's going to be like this. There's no way around it. If you don't do an upstroke on it, it's not going to work with the strum pattern. And then you're going to go to A, and then you're going to go to the B7. So it's going to be like this. So on the E and on the B7, they're both going to be upstrokes. Now you'll notice real closely, if I do this really slow, you guys notice that my fingers came off of the fretboard, and there's actually a strum that is actually open in between those. At regular speed. And you can do a little bit of chunks right there. That's just holding. If you want to just put your palm down here and just mute that, you can go. Just so you can keep that beat. Let's put the 2 of them together and let's see how that sounds. We'll go really slow. Notice how I did those chunks in there to be able to keep some time. Work on that, start with that intro, and then you're going to get into that. Now the good news is that on the verse, you don't have to play any chords at all. You can just sit here and go. Just lay your fingers across your fretboard. And you're going to do that for the majority of the verse. Let's go from that intro into the song. Here we go. I'm gonna raise a holler. Intro. About working all summer just to try and earn $1. From there, we're gonna change a little bit. You're gonna go into a part that's gonna say, every time I call my baby to try and get a date. You're gonna come down here and we're gonna be, basically we're gonna be on an A chord, but we're gonna turn it into 12 bar blues. So only strings you're going to be playing with here are going to be 5 and 4. You're gonna take your index finger and put it here on 2 of 4, and you're gonna alternate off on 4 of 4. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get up to that part. Let's start at the very beginning of the verse and then we'll go into that. Well, I'm gonna raise a fuss, I'm gonna raise a holler about working all summer just to try and earn $1. Every time I call my baby to try and get a date. That's all it's gonna be. Every time I call my baby to try and get a date. And you're not gonna stop on that A, you're gonna stop on an E. So you're gonna be like this. Every time I call my baby to try and get a date. My boss says no dice, son, you gotta work late. Again. Every time I call my baby to try and get a date. My boss says no dice, son, you gotta work late. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Not too terribly hard. You're gonna have to get that down. Now, if you want, you don't have to do those 12 bar blues there. It would be like this if you didn't. About working all summer just to try and earn $1. Every time I come, baby, to try and get a date. My boss says no dice, son, you gotta work late. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. When you want to practice that changes on that E to that A to that B7, I suggest you just start right here with this E and just try to get that unnatural feel, which is the upstroke, instead of you're going to naturally want to come down on it. But just sit here and go. And then the B7. Make sure you bring that up and hit that open on all those strings. And you're going to have to kill it. And each time you do that lick, it's going to be 2 times in a row. From there, you've got 2 more verses, which are kind of like I said, they're a verse and a chorus all mixed together. And then the song is all over with just the intro lick, and you are all done. Hey guys, I hope you had fun with that one. I hope you were excited to see this lesson come out, because once you start playing it, you get it down. It is addictive. But speaking of that, I got another song that's very addictive that I thought you might like. House of the Rising Sun by the Animals up here. Great song. Learn it, have fun with it, and I will see you on the next lesson.